Hello everyone, thank you for coming out on a sunny Sunday afternoon. It's been really a pleasure to be part of this afternoon's amazing celebration of music, and thanks to Holloway for hosting us as well. And I'm Andrea Holland. I have had the good fortune to collaborate with Dave, Ben and Chris for a while now, and as Ben said, we put together this CD, recorded last summer, and it's been released today. It's only short, but you know what they say, quality not quantity. But I wanted to just explain the reason it's called High Wire and Hard Edges is because obviously here we have hard edges, and I'm not, High Wire is not a pseudonym, that's a bit much for me. But it is the title of my most recent poetry collection, which is set in New York in the 80s when I lived there. I guess what you'd say my punk rock youth. And despite, I mean, you know, they say old punks never die, I say they do wear reading glasses. So thank you for joining us. We're going to perform this poem, long poem. Before we start, I just need to tell you a couple of things. It's called How It Goes, and it's sort of loosely based on a memory of when me and my group of friends used to go to gigs late at night in New York, and the last train back out of the city, trying to catch that last train at 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. Just a couple of references that I thought people might want to know, might be quite useful to know. First of all, a couple of things. Village Voice, some of you will know, famous New York paper, long gone sadly, or gone for a little while. But there were free ads in the back, classifieds, where people would eccentric dates and things like that, before Grindr and all that good stuff. There's a reference to, there's a line that says, "Let's get sushi and not pay." Anyone know? It's a very old film. It's Repo Man, so that's a line from Repo Man. And then there's a reference to Screaming Jay Hawkins, which I suspect many of you will know Screaming Jay Hawkins. There's a reference to Jamaica and Bayshore, which are both out on Long Island. I think that's probably it. The last one is the Marlboro Man, which I guess you all know, the cowboy, and Virginia Slim's girl, who was the beautiful cigaretted Slim, selling cigarettes to girls, basically, right? So here we go. This is How It Goes. No. And we're going to test it out volume-wise. I don't know. Hopefully you'll be able to hear me. If it's really, if you can't, obviously just wave and we'll rethink things. But I think you probably will be able to hear me. I have got volume. Okay. How it goes. It's what you do. Go back to the small gang about to leave the city. Stepping down to the subway from the scorched sidewalk of sweet peanut vendors. Someone shouting into a blue payphone booth, slamming down the receiver like a gavel at an auction of ire. Out of luck. All possibilities lost. He looks around, inventing revenge, but instead shuffles down the same steps, following us into the tiled entrance of Broadway Lafayette for the Uptown #6. His drama over, we turn away to play push on the platform's edge, a kind of mainlining of the possibility of death in human waves of hidden fear, voice howls through. A shock of metal, scrawled with tags and muffled paint, sprayed in an instant by a boy some weeks before, balanced in the dark, naming his domain. The cold steel flushed by a wash of unapologetic red, the carriage windows dizzied by bravura and ink. When the number 6 slows to let us on, we settle against the tagged adverts and dirty signs. No se apoya a la poeta. Walkman's on, thumbing the classifieds, the Village Voice. We compare the boxed pleas of those seeking beauty and/or the vulgar, laugh at the soppy hope in the ads for lost pets, for companionship and sex, only serious about the music between our ears. Between subway stops, Carlo mouths a line from the latest film not shown outside New York. Let's get sushi and not pay. And it's your turn to retort. It's Screaming Jay Hawkins and he's a wild man, so back off. The subway slows into Penn Station. And at this hour, the crowds have thinned. Suburban trains emptied of waxy commuters. A few junkies still loll on the steps get moved off by coffee-stoked cops whose radios crackle dispatch stories beneath their Brooklyn drawl. They grumble through the dark corridors of Penn Station's closed-up newsstands, the last of the storefront gates sliding down in growls, the lowing of trains leaving the city, and pizza slice stalls shuttered, a republic of vendors mostly gone for the night. We don't need to check the departures board, its destinations flipping over like a flicker book showing the route out of town. It's way past 1 a.m, so we take that last slow roll out of the city on dirty stock still hawked by the commuters, last buckled cans of Amstel Light, down fast and left, rocking beneath the worn seats between stops. We mime lyrics and hatch intrigue, looping a soundtrack to the carriage tilt and flickering light, confident as the tracks beneath us to carry on the task, moving through the moment until the night becomes another memory. Before Jamaica or Bayshore, someone is sleeping slack-jawed. Music takes over, headphone crowns on. It was a good night. Money for no more than 2 beers each. It was enough. Slowing through Queens, the billboards still frame scenes from another America. The Marlboro man on an eager horse, a lone cowboy looking beyond the city. While the Virginia Slims girl, all bright eyes and smiles, her cigarette waiting to be lit, reminds a few women on this late train